But then I was like, oh yeah, they also have good stuff like Ozark, which I still maintain is
Breaking
the best show they made as an Amazon original ever. Ozark rocked. And I just kind of had that in the background during the day. Like I just set Ozark on and I'm doing my thing and I see it and I've watched it before. And so it's not upsetting for me to have to walk away or take a call or whatever. And my girlfriend comes over one night, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I have like by this point, it's like season 2 of Ozark is playing. And she sits down and we're on the couch and Ozark's on. And I'm like, I can restart this show for you. And she's like, no, what's happening right now is really interesting. I want to see what happens. And I was like, but babe, you don't know any of the characters or any of their motivations. So why would you care about this? Like, why would you care if they get a casino set up or not? Like, because you don't know who these people are or what's at stake. And she was doing the chick thing where it's fucking 9:15 at night and she's like falling asleep on my thigh, be like, no, leave it on. And I'm like, I promise you'll like it more if we start from the beginning. And she's like, no, I want to see if they get the casino. And so then she watches like the equivalent of like 3 episodes in season 2, an episode or 2 in season 3, and then like the premiere of season 4. And so she's asking things like, so who's this guy? And I'm like, that's Navarro. He's the cartel leader who they're indebted to in this entire situation. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, can I please restart it for you? But I'd be so happy to rewatch the whole thing with you as long as you're invested too. And I won't play anymore while you're not here and we'll watch it together. And she's like, no, I just really want to see what's happening. I just want to see what's happening next.
That was like me. Like one of the dumbest things I've ever done was back when the Breaking Bad finale aired. Like the series finale, I had only been like 2 or 3 seasons in. It was like, I think I was like a sophomore in high school, and everyone was talking about it so much. So I'm like, I need to watch this tonight. So I watched it with my friend over Skype, and I was like, who the fuck is Lydia? Where did these Nazis come from? What's going on? I don't know anything that's happening. And then I finally, like 2 years ago, like finished the series, and I'm like, oh, okay. Everything makes sense now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why did I do that? Like, that was such a dumb thing. I could have waited a week and actually like, watched the show.
It ruins it for yourself. And so now she can't enjoy Ozark because she's already seen a couple key characters die. And when they die, she's like, who's this? And I'm like, this guy is so unbelievably important to the
I still need to finish Better Call Saul. Like, that's one. It was getting to the point where it's like, all right, he's kind of becoming more of a piece of shit. He's getting closer to Saul, and I'm like, this is upsetting.
He kind of
starts
as a piece of shit, and it's really only his opportunity level that changes over time.
No. He tried that.
And so his crazy brother, he tried for fucking 3 seconds, and then he immediately reverted to it. And so like what's funny is his brother, that crazy guy with the fucking tinfoil coat that like has to sit in his house. All of his aspersions casted at his brother, like, you don't want to give him a law degree. He's going to help criminals. He's going to help bad people. He's a bad guy. He's an opportunist.
With a machine
he has no loyalty to the law.
He defecated in a sunroof.
He defecated and he gave him a Chicago sunrise or whatever it was called. And like, it was funny because when Chuck was freaking out like that, you're like, this guy's a crazy old man. But all of the things he levied at Jimmy were correct. Like, that was how he used his
Could he not have guided him into a better direction? Like, he really set him up for failure.
I think it's half and half. I think to a certain extent, he's kind of a prick, but also it's like, he did kind of prove to be everything that Chuck said he was. But also, he could have been better. Like, the whole thing with, what's Howard? Like, when he was like, had to like tell Jimmy like, no, you actually can't be on this case, and then you find out later that it was Chuck that told Howard that like, don't hire Jimmy. So it's like, I think it goes both ways.
Howard I felt bad for because Howard was like the only guy trying to run a successful law firm amidst all these like differing allegiances, alliances, and backdoor deals. Like Howard was the guy who's like, we really got to get our law firm back on track. And then you have a crazy guy wearing a tinfoil coat and another guy who's actively trying to subvert everything about the law firm that Howard's trying to run because he's bitter.
Jimmy doesn't lose me until they start being awful to Howard, because I always saw Howard as a good guy. And not only a good guy, but a guy who clearly probably had some troubles that were of his own making. And he was like, he was improving himself as a person. That was a big part of his character, was his self-improvement, maybe Buddhism. And he was working on himself. Well, I won't spoil it too badly then, but to watch Jimmy like take Howard down it's like that guy doesn't deserve that. That guy's not your friend, but he's not your enemy either. And that was where Jimmy loses me, where everybody's an enemy who stands in his way at a certain point. Didn't like that.
I like that losing me when he lost his hair.
Like clearly, I think Vince Gilligan is the guy who created both shows, right? Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And it does seem somewhat intentional that in Breaking Bad, he put Skylar in there, and she is the most not ride or die bitch ever, constantly questioning Walt and his motivations and everything. And some of it was justified, let's be fair. But then you get to Better Call Saul, and Jimmy's bitch is like Kim. The most ride or die. Kim rules. She's like, what do you fucking need, Jimmy? And he's like, I need you to do this. I need you to pretend this. And I need you to lie about this. And she's like, anything else. And it's like,
I remember back when Breaking Bad was airing, everyone was like, Skylar, this fucking cunt. And then like now, like people looking back, they're like, Walt, he kind of also was the devil. A lot.
Like, he was pretty terrible. Like once like if they didn't have that whole subplot of him being able to get infinite money from gray matter, then Skylar would have seemed so much worse. But the fact she had that knowledge of like, hey man, at any point you could just ask your billionaire friends and they would give you 20 million to take care of this. Like, come on. Like,
it wasn't that. It was that they would have like
risk.
But he's too proud for that, and that company was
and that's a character flaw.
I suppose so, but it's a character flaw a lot of people have, and like he saw a way to do it himself without begging. I remember when Walt Jr. set up that charity fund. How he's like, my sons, people are fucking donating for their.
Wow, Dad, did you see that people are donating to help? And he's like,
I hate the whole family. Dude, if I had been Walt's son, I'd have been so ride or die. What do you need? What do you need? Can you get me in the cartel? Like, what do you need, Dad?
Nobody suspects the cerebral palsy kid.
Right?
I did see a tweet where someone was like, it was a meme of him being like, son, I want to give you $10 million, and he's like, Dad, kill yourself. And then it was the billionaire friends, and they're like, hey, it's your 18th birthday, we want to give you $10 million, and he's like, thank you, gray matter.
Walt Jr. was a very funny character because of how distanced he was from it that's something I liked about the Ozark Breaking Bad comparison, which has been made before. But like in Breaking Bad, it's like season 5, episode 6, like almost the end. And Walt Jr.'s like, wait, you're telling me that Dad was selling methamphetamines for money?
Your impression is too good.
Are you?
And then fucking in Ozark, episode 3, Marty is just like, Jonah, Charlotte, we're laundering money for the cartel. Keep it cool, keep it chill. Don't tell your friends at school. And I liked that.
And Jonah's like, I can do one better. I'm gonna update the way that we do this.
I'm actually gonna launder myself. And then I loved that part of it where they catch Jonah for laundering money, and the mom is like, you're out of control. This is so dangerous. Do you not understand it? And Marty's just kind of like smiling, and she's like, Marty, don't sit there like you're proud of your son for laundering so well. And he's like, I can't help it. I'm so proud of him for being so hyper competent in this very difficult world that I've set him up in. But yeah, is there a better original Netflix show than Ozark? Is there? Because for me, that's got to be number one by far. Nothing's
so breaking.
Ozark.
Stranger Things had a really strong start. I was so into season 1 of Stranger Things.
Those kids are my age now.
Yeah, that's the thing. The final season, I think, is they filmed it already, and it comes out soonish, maybe in the fall. And those kids are like adults now. Like Millie Bobby Brown, I think, is 11. The little girl she used to be a little girl with the shaved head.
She was 11.
Yeah. Now she's like posting scantily clad photos on the internet and like showing her boobs and stuff. Like she's an adult, like dirty lady, married woman.
Yeah, she's 21 now, which I think only a couple of years are meant to have passed in that show timeline, right? Between the beginning.
I don't watch the show anymore. I just remember early on it was great.
She doesn't look right. I've watched it all. I've seen it all. And she's older than she's supposed to be.